Welcome to this introduction for the Capstone. This is a 6-step process, so let's get started. In step 1, you present a project idea for approval. Once a Capstone course mentor approves your idea, the second step is to write your proposal to do the project. Step 3 is to submit the proposal for evaluation. And when the proposal is approved, you are cleared to step 4, which is to actually do the project. When it's done, step 5 is to write up what happened. That's the Capstone report, and then submit that for evaluation in step 6. So there are 2 papers, the proposal and the Capstone, which is an after-action report. Step 1 is to define the project. A good project should deliver information technology to stakeholders to solve a problem or address a need. It must also relate fairly closely to your program emphasis. If you are in the standard BSIT program, however, that restriction doesn't apply. When you are ready to submit your idea for approval, check the course of study for the proper form on which to do that. Send it to the UG Capstone IT email box so we can either approve it or ask for more information. Let's see where project ideas can come from. Here are some suggestions on where to find projects. First, if you work in IT, past projects related to your emphasis are best because you can write the proposal as though the project has not been done. Once it's approved in evaluations, you can then write up the capstone for the finished project. In other words, the proposal is in the future tense and the capstone is in the past tense. If you aren't sure about its relationship to your emphasis, check with a course mentor. Don't be too concerned about proprietary, restricted, or private information because you can make fictitious anything that could cause an issue. Alternatively, we have a form that you can use to gain your employer's permission for any of those items. Next, if you don't work in IT, but your company has an IT unit, check with them for projects related to your emphasis. IT departments often have projects just waiting for someone to do them. It might as well be you, and it could lead to a job in IT. If you are unemployed or your company's IT group has no shelved projects that you could use, then you must beat the bushes a bit. Charitable organizations, community nonprofits, cash poor small businesses, and school organizations like the Athletic Booster Club will often welcome volunteers to help with needed IT. If all else fails, you'll have to fabricate a project or at least parts of it. You may only fabricate parts of the project because the capstone paper requires that you provide evidence of deliverables. Both the proposal and capstone must appear indistinguishable from reality. That usually means extra research to come up with a realistic version of the project you have in mind. But a bonus is that you will have lots of material for the literature review section of both papers. Note that prescriptive, descriptive, and research papers are not acceptable for projects. If you have questions, get in touch with a course mentor. Step 2, write the proposal. After your project idea is approved by one of the Capstone course mentors, it's time to start writing your proposal. It has several sections, but don't worry about how to arrange and format them. Download the writing template from the course of study. It contains all the requisite sections and all in the proper format. The next thing you'll need is some guidance on what to put into those sections. That guidance is available in 2 forms from step 2 in the course of study. A document and a video. You'll probably want to watch the video first and then refer to the document to refresh your memory as you write. However, you can always return to the video if needed. If you get stuck, get in touch with a course mentor. Step 3, submit the proposal for grading. Before you submit to TaskStream, check grammar and spelling using your word processor's grammar checker with all options on. The writing mechanics piece is important and it is an evaluated item on the rubric. If there are too many errors, you'll be asked to revise even if your content is good. The second thing you should do is send your proposal to us for review. Just send it to our email box, ugcapstoneit@wgu.edu. We can usually save you at least 1 revision cycle. Finally, Don't forget the waiver documents. See Step 3 in the course of study for complete information about this. Step 4, do the project. Whether it is complex or simple, now is the time to execute your proposal. If you are using a past project from work, this step is more concerned with making and organizing notes about what happened when the original project was actually performed at your enterprise. If the project is a new one, make certain that you keep good notes. And for a fabricated project, do the research needed to make this project indistinguishable from reality. Step 5, write the capstone report. The capstone must stand on its own because evaluators don't have a convenient way to look back at your proposal. All they can see is your capstone paper. Therefore, you will include most of your proposal in the capstone report, but with some changes and additions. A detailed set of instructions about how to make the transition is in the course of study, Step 5. It has a video too. Watch that first and use the instructions for reference. Your proposal plus the proposal to capstone instructions results in your capstone report. Step 6. Submit the capstone for grading. As with the proposal, don't forget to carefully check grammar and spelling and send your work to us for review before submitting it to TaskStream. That's it. Now head for Step 1 and get started. Good luck and have fun with your capstone.